Who are you? Show yourself! You will become much stronger. What? What are you doing? My power is yours now. You will defeat all gods! Daichikan! Daichikan-san! No!
I was waiting for you, Son Gohan.
Unleash your fury! Whiz. Get ready for your end. Stop you now, Gohan! Have no choice. It's no use, father. I will end everything and reign over everything. I'm going to stop you!
Needles! No! I hate needles! Get me out of here!
Close to the Makai Kingdom, Goku and Vegeta are confronting a peculiar enemy, Duplicate, an enemy capable of creating copies of their opponents or those close to them. He had already made clones of Gohan, Trunks, and Goten that were even able to fuse with each other. And now he creates duplicates of Goku and Vegeta. A battle intent approaches. Goku and Vegeta are looking seriously at their copies. Vegeta says then, "Hey Kakarot, what will we do now?" Goku responds, "Let's defeat them." Vegeta starts laughing. "Kakarot, you idiot. They also have a Vegeta, the most powerful Saiyan in the universe. Looking for you, I'm here. Otherwise, you would be slaughtered." Goku laughs and responds, "Vegeta, did you start making jokes now?" Vegeta responds then, "What did you say, you worm?" Goku says, "What do you think? You face me and I face you?" Vegeta says, "If you want to face this useless guy who looks like me, go ahead. But if he has 10% of my power, you're gone." Goku says, "It will be fun. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Let's go back to the point." And then Vegeta watches his clone just looking at the two of them and screams, "Hey clone, see if you don't lose to Kakarot, you imbecile, or I'll exterminate you." Goku is confused and says, "Vegeta, which side are you on?" Vegeta sarcastically says, "Both, you idiot." Goku laughing in response, "Vegeta, you truly are amazing." Duplicate was already irritated with the situation and screams, "Hey, how long are you guys going to stick around?" Goku then responds, "That's enough talk. Let's get down to business." Goku goes towards the Vegeta clone and starts throwing several punches at his enemy. The real Vegeta screams, "Hey, you useless worm! Don't lose to Kakarot!" And Vegeta is furious and shoots towards the fake Goku. At this point, the duplicate sits on the ground and begins to observe the battle. In the Makai Kingdom, some demons are in an uproar because until now, the Makaiashins had not been successful in their mission. Inside the Great Fortress, the darkest prison in the entire universe, we see the cell with a gigantic door. And when approaching, we can see a window. When passing through the window, we see Beerus on his knees with chains bathed in demonic magic binding him, preventing him from using his powers and escaping. Beerus is extremely injured and weak. In his eyes, it is possible to see the suffering he had to undergo. He had been tortured and had his powers drained, and the real purpose of the Makaiashis was still unclear. On the planet Earth, Whis says goodbyes to everyone and says that he has some things to resolve on the planet of destruction. So he goes on his way and leaves. Gohan and the others decide to prepare so they can take care of the planet while Vegeta and Goku still haven't returned. They split into teams, and Bulma continues to accompany Gohan and Piccolo. After all, at this point, she had also become a warrior. Krillin says they stopped by their house to tell his wife what was going on, and then he would find Tenshinhan and the others. And right now, everything's going well. In the Great Hall of the Makai Kingdom, the great and evil Makaishins are gathered and making a decision. The leader of the group, the most evil and powerful, speaks out, saying, "Brothers, everyone has tried to put their plans into practice but failed. Now, it's the time to attack with everything we've got. We need to conquer this universe, and we need to locate the key which is on planet Earth. We have already captured the God of Destruction, We have already arrested the great Kaioshin, but we still haven't obtained the keys to the underworld. And right now, the most important thing will be our top priority. We must find that key. So it's decided. This time we'll send a horde of demons to search different places. We will send several enemies so that the Earthlings will not be able to stop them. Everyone agrees, and it is decided that several hordes of enemies will go to Earth in search of a certain mysterious key to the underworld. And from now on, protecting the Earth will become a much more difficult task. In the Great Tower, Goku and Vegeta fight a great battle with their copies that surprise them with powers similar to or greater than theirs. Everything is getting harder and harder. Goku and Vegeta start to get cornered. Vegeta is hit by a kick afterwards and thrown to the ground where a large crater opens up. A worried Goku looks and says, "Vegeta, are you okay?" Vegeta answers,
"Of course, you worm! Don't get involved!"
Vegeta recovers and goes on top of Goku's copy, hitting him with countless punches, and he doesn't even move. Vegeta is confused and asks,
"But what are you?"
The copy says, "We are just shadow beings with unlimited power, and as we are your copies, if you evolve, we will evolve too." Vegeta, with a sarcastic tone, says,
"Ah, so you only get stronger if I get stronger."
The copy responds, "Yes, we are invincible." Vegeta yells at the real Goku,
"Hey Kakarot, I already know how to defeat these vermins."
Goku responds, "Seriously, Vegeta? What do you have in mind?" Vegeta, laughing, says,
"It's very simple. The shadows, they are indestructible. Much more powerful than the copies of Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. So they are not the same type of copy that acted independently."
Goku, who continues to fight, doesn't understand and responds, "Vegeta, I still don't understand what you mean by that." Vegeta then gets mad and says,
"You dummy! It's just us defeating that guy!"
Vegeta points to the duplicate, who has been there watching the entire time. Goku immediately responds, "Oh, okay, I understand." He teleports and appears in front of the duplicate and starts attacking it. Duplicate is surprised and says, "Oh, so you figured it out." Goku hits Duplicate with a punch. The clones then shake, feeling the impact, giving opening so that Vegeta can have an advantage. Vegeta screams,
"See, Kakarot? I was right! Get it over with that guy!"
Duplicate starts laughing and says, "You think that is too easy to defeat me?" At this instant, the duplicate raises its ki. The clones disappear, and with a scary laugh, he says, "Clones are just an extension of my power that goes far beyond that. No wonder I'm the second most powerful." Vegeta doesn't let him speak, and he already starts punching the villain in the face and says,
"Shut up, you worm! Proud to be only number 2?
Duplicate doesn't move and receives the blow that didn't even scratch and says, "And you, damn. It's also number 2, isn't it?" Returning to Earth, we see the Z Warriors dispersed throughout the world. However, numerous dark spots appear in the sky, and dozens of demons starts to come out in an absurd amount. They appear in several different regions of the globe. Gohan and Piccolo feel an impressive ki coming from nearby and quickly fly towards that direction. Bulma and her ship accompanies them, and when they get there, they observe several enemies spreading around the world. Krillin and the others are faced with the same, each one in a different place, but the world is in a grave danger right now. Gohan says to Bulma, "Bulma, I think it's better you stay out of this. There are many, so I prefer that for now you don't get involved." Bulma doesn't seem to care. She exits the ship and immediately transforms into a Saiyan, flying towards Gohan and Piccolo. The three of them go after the demons at that moment. On the other side of the globe, future Trunks, Goten, and Trunks face dozens of enemies attacking them, and in all corners of the world, the attack had already begun to happen. Meanwhile, the Makai Kingdom, on a giant screen in the meeting room, the Makaioshins had fun watching what was going on. At that moment, the great supreme Makaiyoshin of evil says, "And finally, we will find what we're looking for." And with telepathy, he communicates with his minions on Earth saying, "My children, finish them all. Find the key for me. And if it needs to be, destroy the Earth." The evil Makaioshians are eager to obtain the key to the underworld so that they can release all the evil existing in the universe, even if it costs the lives of everyone on the planet. Their demon hordes are attacking the Earth fiercely. Gohan and Bulma with their transformations are fighting valiantly to protect everyone. Bulma with her surprising powers manages to repel the attacks of countless enemies, and Gohan with his bestial form without thinking twice destroys countless demons. At this time, Gohan wages a battle against the powerful Ludio, who had the ability to manipulate time. At that moment, Trunks from the future that still hadn't gone too far came back to help them. Gohan with his monstrous attack pierces the monster's chest with a blast of energy, causing him to start falling from the sky. At that moment, the villain says, "You are much more powerful than me, but with that skill, I won't have to face you." And then, Ludio makes a hand position as if he was a triangle, sending a blast of ki towards Gohan. At this moment, Trunks arrives and passes in front of Gohan, causing the enemy's power to reflect in his sword, sending Gohan straight to Trunks' future. Earth, future. Gohan wakes up in his base form and looks around. Gohan says, What happened here? Everything is destroyed, with several buildings burning, papers on the street, houses and high furniture destroyed, total chaos, and as if everything was lost. At that moment, Gohan sees a newspaper on the ground, and he picks it up, and at that point, he looks at the date and says, "What the hell? Is this new paper on the future? How did I end up here?" When Gohan is surprised by several people running towards him and saying, "Run! They're coming here! It's not safe!" Gohan, confused by those people, says, "But what's coming?" Then Gohan looks up and sees number 17 and number 18. So Gohan says, "You're also sent here. Hey, what's going on?" So in that instant, the number 17 answers, "I killed you not long ago. What are you doing here?" That knowledge doesn't matter. I have the pleasure of killing you a second time. Now die." Then number 17 launches a blast energy towards Gohan that manages to narrowly dodge it. Gohan, still very confused, says, "I don't understand. We weren't friends. What happened to you?" Number 18 and Krillin and his family, what happened here? Tell me. I know that I went to the future of Trunks' future, but the number 18 spit on the ground and goes at Gohan, hitting him with a kick that makes Gohan dare 2 buildings. And she says, "And why would I care? I think my brother hit you pretty hard." Then Gohan gets up and transforms into his most powerful transformation. Number 17 and 18, he says, "Amazing! So you managed to get stronger. But it still looks the same. It's no use changing just the hair color, blonde, black, or white. You're going to die anyways." Beastly Gohan then goes towards 17 and 18 with a speed, landing a punch on 17 that throws it directly to his sister. At this moment, number 18 raises her energy and says, "Get out of the way, 17! That's my business! I'll handle it!" Then he flies towards Gohan and starts throwing several kicks and punches. Gohan defending himself from the attack, waiting for an opening to attack his enemy. When Gohan says, "Compared to the ones of my timeline, you guys are weaker." Gohan is teasing them. Number 17, angry, says, "This is not even my whole power." And he starts to raise his energy, causing various things around him to explode. So he says, "I'll show you all my power." And at that moment, he starts to go towards Gohan with incredible speed, hitting him with a knee in the belly that causes Gohan to be thrown against a pile of debris. And he says, "It was so much easier when you didn't have an arm. What happened to it?" And Gohan responds, "I don't know what happened to my arm, but with your face." Gohan flies at him and hits him with a punch in the face, causing number 17 to lose consciousness. It's done. So number 18, when seeing that, says, "Don't worry, brother, I'm on my way." Number 18 goes to her brother, taking him off the field and taking his place. At that moment, Gohan says, "Wow, but he can't take a hit from anything." Number 18 says, "Shut up, you bastard. Now your fight is with me." At that moment, number 17 gets up a little dizzy and says, "I'm not done yet." And he goes to Gohan, who hits him fiercely with several blows and disperses a gigantic wave of ki that when reaching number 17 leaves him extremely injured. Number 18 seeing that goes up on Gohan, unleashing a wave of energy that hits Gohan, who doesn't feel a thing. But Gohan, without even a pity, goes up on number 18, hitting her with a single blow to the head and throw her. But Gohan, without even a pity, goes up to number 18, hitting her with a single blow to the head and throws her close to her brother, and then says, I won't lose to you. She recovers and goes after Gohan using all her energy. And at that moment, she grabs a tall mobile and hits Gohan with a car, making Gohan move a little back. And then Gohan says, is that it? Number 18 answer, yeah, that's it. Is that too much for you? Gohan looks at number 18 and says, no, I mean, it's just surprising that you're attacking me like that. At that moment, number 18 hits him again with a car. This time, she's using all her energy, making that object a lethal weapon. And then she throws it towards Gohan, who stands still without moving. When that object comes close to Gohan, he holds it with just one hand and says, that is disappointing. I expected more from you, number 18. At that moment, he throws it back, hitting the number 18, throwing it to the ground. Number 18 is already tired and almost out of strength, and so she says, what the hell? Is this how I'm going to die? At Gohan's hand? At this moment, Gohan with the speed arrives behind her, hitting him with a punch in the face, causing number 18's nose to bleed. And then she walks away from him to regain her strength, and she thinks of some way to defeat Gohan because he was different. He wasn't the same one they had faced before. That Gohan didn't even look like a human but a monster. At that moment, Gohan says, you already got tired. I thought you would be more interesting than number 17, but apparently I was wrong. The number 18 answers, I'm just getting warmed up. I'm going to exterminate you. At this moment, she starts to go on top of Gohan again, hitting him several kicks and blows. So Gohan starts to dodge all the attacks that seem to have no effect. When he least expected number 17 to regain consciousness again, he was lying on the ground almost dead. He thinks, it's not possible. At this rate, number 18 is going to die. He didn't even take any damage. She's just wasting her energy while he's having fun. I need to recover. While Gohan and number 18 are exchanging several blows, Gohan stops her by grabbing her throat, causing her to lose air. So Gohan throws her away. She falls into the rubble and thinks she's reaching her limit. This is her end. Gohan goes after her and lands a kick in her belly, making her go away. Number 17, who was watching that, slowly gets up and approaches little by little. He's still injured and without any strength to fight, but he thinks he needs to help her, so he managed to reach them. Meanwhile, Gohan keeps hitting number 18 like she's just a toy. At that moment, number 18 sees her brother next to them. She goes to him, and in that instant, she holds his hand, and then the two bodies merge. A great explosion of light happens and a new warrior is born. In Trunks' future, Gohan continues to face number 17 and 18. They merge, thus creating a new being. At that moment, Gohan startled to see the incredible force that is hovering in the air. The atmosphere becomes tense when least expected. The warrior's new form had shown itself, saying, now I will show you the strength of a true warrior. Gohan says, I'm looking forward to testing his powers. At that moment, Gohan goes towards of the new enemy, who is hit by a blow. But the blow was so fast that he didn't see what he had hit. Then again, he receives a blow. This time, the blow causes Gohan to be thrown against a pile of concrete. Gohan is bewildered, thinking about the force he has just seen. Gohan thinks of a way to defeat this opponent, who is extremely strong. Gohan attacks him. He dodges and goes after Gohan, launching multiple blasts. Gohan starts tracking the attacks and starts to get the hang of it, and examining the number 35 attacks. Gohan counterattacks and finally lands a full blow on the android. Gohan's battle against the new android is getting more and more difficult. With an early dark voice, the android who dominated itself, Android 35, had a dark power. Gohan is in trouble. His enemy had already hit him a few times, but Gohan didn't know where the blows had come from, and at that moment, Gohan thinks about counterattacking using his Mazenko. Gohan concentrates his ki. Then Gohan launches a gigantic sphere of ki at the enemy that hits the number 35, sending him away. Then Gohan uses his speed to get behind his enemy, hitting him from behind and sending the enemy further and further away, causing the android to be bewildered. When the android stabilizes on the ground, he flies towards Gohan and attacks him. He starts to deliver several blows. The android grabs Gohan by the neck and starts to lift Gohan with one hand, sending him in the opposite direction, causing Gohan to hit numerous rubble. At this moment, Gohan is struggling to defeat the enemy. Gohan starts to get tired, as he never seen number 18 or 17 so strong, let alone in a fusion. At this moment, Android 35 says, "This time, I won't just cut off your arm, I'll make sure you die." Gohan says, "You are far beyond my powers." Then Gohan, in his bestial form, begins to fight with great ferocity, the android who wasn't willing to lose to Gohan. At that moment, the android launches an energy sphere at Gohan that rips his clothes and knocks him to the ground. Then the android grabs Gohan by the neck again and starts choking him. At that moment, Gohan strikes him from the bottom up, hitting the android's chin, causing him to be thrown away. Gohan, who is on the ground, starts to get up little by little, and at that moment he starts to gather energy for his attack and screams, "Kame! Kame!" When suddenly his vision blurs, and before he can throw the attack with all his power, he starts to fall, thus losing his consciousness. Meanwhile, in the current timeline, on planet Earth, at that moment Bulma begins to awaken Gohan, calling him, "Gohan! Gohan!" Gohan wakes up and feels very weak. He couldn't fight yet. The Z warriors are still having a hard time facing the demons of the Makaioshin realm. "Are my minions listening?" says the Lord of the Makai Kingdom. "You need to find it because I want it. You need to end the dispute between your opponents soon and go get the key to the underworld. Kill them all. Destroy the planet. Bring me this key. The key is an order." Future Bulma and Trunks see that their current opponent is standing still listening to that voice. So Bulma says, "Listen here, Trunks. What do you think about attacking him now while he's distracted?" Trunks responds, "Mom, it's a good idea. He won't even know where the blow came from." Then Trunks attacks the enemy. Trunks speaks, "Take it, you moron!" But the demon is aware of Trunks' very move and retaliates by sending the attack back to Trunks. Bulma is amazed to see that and looks at Gohan and asks, "Gohan, are you okay? Tell me what happened?" Gohan responds, "I still don't know, Bulma. I'm still very weak. But what happened?" And Gohan continues to say, "I think it was in the future of Trunks." So Bulma says, "Looks like that guy attacked you, and when Trunks stepped in front of the enemy, Trunks' memory made his mind go to his future. That is weird. That attack hit the both of you. But me and Trunks, we managed to hurt him, and then after a while, you woke up." They hear Evo laugh. "What? Do you think he survived? With my attack, his mind is already falling apart. This is what will happen to you. They are ready to die." At that moment, the villain attacks Bulma, who takes a kick in the ribs and leaves Bulma extremely injured. Bulma screams, "Ah! Yo!" and she starts spitting up blood. Trunks seeing that gets very angry, and he goes after the villain. His Super Saiyan aura takes on a blush hue amidst all that energy that overflowed his body. And with a surprisingly powerful attack, it hits Ludiel, who screams, "You son of a... how did you get so powerful?" And in that instant, Trunks joins his hand and launches an attack while he screams, "Die!" Ludio is annihilated. Trunks regains consciousness and goes to Bulma and asks, "Mom, are you okay?" Bulma barely manages to get off the ground and responds, "Yes, Trunks. I just need some rest." At that moment, Bulma's time limit comes to an end. Bulma returns to her original form. At this moment, Bulma feels the side effects much stronger of her transformation and still with metal rooms. Gohan gets up and sees Bulma on the ground almost dying. She passes out. Gohan then takes a sensu bean and gives it to Bulma, and also eats one, and immediately the two regain their energy. Bulma eats the sensus and becomes well again. So Gohan asks, "What happened to you?" Bulma responds, "No, I'm fine, Gohan. Forget about it. Thank you very much. That Ludio almost killed me, but then Trunks came in front and defeated the monster." Gohan sees that they are not still safe and sees that his friends also need help. At that moment, Gohan, Trunks, and Bulma leaves towards the west of the Pacific Ocean because they feel an evil energy coming from there and assumes that there was a battle going on nearby. Then the Z Warriors leave for a new mission. Meanwhile, in the Makai Kingdom, Goku and Vegeta continue to fiercely battle the duplicate. Vegeta yells at Goku, "Kakarot, just finish this guy off or I'll come over there and finish you both off." At that moment, Goku hits Duplicate, knocking him to the ground. Duplicate grabs Goku's leg and throws him away. So he says, "As I've told you before, my powers aren't just about creating copies." At this moment, Vegeta interrupts him, punching the Duplicate in the mouth. Vegeta, with his clothes torn and panting, says,
You talk too much, you damn insect.
and then Vegeta looks at Goku and screams,
I said finish him off at once. I had to finish off your copies myself. And I still had to come and settle your matter. Now I'm going to end up with a vice too.
At that moment, the Duplicate grabs Vegeta from behind and says, "Not over yet." And then he disappears, taking Vegeta with him. And Goku screams, "Vegeta!" Meanwhile, on planet Earth, Gohan, Bulma, and Trunks arrive on an island located in the Pacific Ocean. And when he gets there, he sees Piccolo facing several enemies. Bulma says, "Guys, I'm not ready yet. My device hasn't recharged yet. You'll have to help it yourself." Trunks and Gohan agrees and head to the battlefield. Arriving there, Trunks already advances with his sword, breaking some villains in half. Gohan already starts to fight another one. Piccolo, with a serious look, says,
Hey yo, watch out for that guy.
pointing at an enemy who just watched everything. At this moment, that enemy says, "Look what we have here. More of them have appeared. I think I'm going to have some fun." To be continued. Who is this enemy that appeared before Gohan and the others? Where did Vegeta go? What will happen to him? Regardless of what it is more than important that you already expose it here in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.